We are back with another edition of Founders Day of Giving Live. I'm Ben Wesinburg here with Brayden, our chapter president from our Cleveland State chapter, Ohio New. Brayden, welcome to Founders Day of Giving Live.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, there is a lot to be excited for with Cleveland State right now. Our last broadcast, we shared that you all are sitting at number 4 on the total donors scoreboard, 121 donors already in the
Yeah.
door. And it sounds like you guys were working on that a few days ago with a call center before Founders Day of Giving. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so I'll even go back a couple more weeks. What kind of started getting our guys motivated with Founders Day of Giving is we hosted, and a lot of chapters do this. It's called Pie a SigEp. Where basically on our campus, people donate money to just pie our guys in the face. So we were like, well, why not do that? And all the money we raise goes straightly towards Founders Day of Giving. So we got guys excited and early to sit and get pied in the face. We actually had our Cleveland State president of the university come and pie us in the face and donate for that. But that kind of got all of our guys engaged in the Giving Day and encouraged that 100% chapter donation participation. But that led to us kind of being Cleveland State is very well known as a commuter school. Most of our brothers live 30 minutes to an hour away. So we were like, instead of doing it on the weekend and making guys make that trip up to visit us, why not keep it on campus and keep it during the week? So guys that, maybe have a gap in the middle of their day or are finishing class around 5 o'clock, we hosted it on Thursday. Before even Founders Day of Giving started, we took our guys that were already on campus and said, hey, take an hour out of your day, make some phone calls, we'll have some pizza, we'll have a good time, and just participate, whatever fits your schedule. So we did that, and that really worked very well to get guys engaged on campus even before our big day of giving.
Yeah, it's a great idea, Brayden. Give me a snapshot of a moment for you during your call center that you hosted.
Yeah, so in our we hosted two sessions. The biggest one was kind of later in the night. But my favorite part really was just seeing those guys, our brothers, that aren't really good with like making cold calls and they're like just calling people up. Getting to hear like the phone ring and be nervous, like, oh, are they gonna answer? What am I gonna say? And then just having that conversation with alumni and connecting and putting their time in to supporting our day of giving. That was kind of my favorite part, to see those guys get excited and get ready to make those phone calls and then react to the conversation and build that connection with the alumni. That was kind of ultimately my favorite part about doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it can be pretty nerve-wracking, but when you think all we're doing is talking to brothers, right?
Hmm.
We're just picking up the phone and we're sharing our experience. So we'd love to hear from you, Brayden. Like, what's your message? What has your experience been with SigEp programs?
So I am very blessed that I've got to go to two of our Carlson programs. I've been to Conclave, I've been to the Rock Leadership Institute. So I've seen firsthand how impactful these SIGEP programs really are. And, all of that, I haven't had to pay a single dime out of pocket. Like, that's all come out of the generosity of our alumni, of our national fraternity. And I've seen the efforts other people have made to put me in my position where I am today, which is why, I want to give back. I want to get other guys involved. Like, I really, this semester, I haven't been to Life After College yet, but there's one in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I'm like, I want to go and I want to see
Totally.
how many guys we can get there as well. So yeah.
Yeah, you just shouted out some great programs, Carlson, Ruck, Life After College. I know Ruck, one of our taglines is how the few can impact the many, right? How
Hmm.
this group of men from across the country, they go to Richmond, Virginia, spend 5 days together. There's a ton of action. And then you go home, you become chapter president. And tell me about like what's a lesson that you learned from Ruck that you've been able to implement as chapter president?
A really lesson that I learned from Ruck is that leadership isn't something that you just know how to do. Like, I've kind of learned that it's something that grows with you through time, and it's going to be a lifelong journey similar to SigEp. No matter like how prepared you feel, there's always going to be new challenges, new perspectives, and new stuff to kind of overcome. So one of the biggest things that I learned at Ruck was how to be a better leader, how to be a better brother, and in the future, how to be a better alumni for the guys that are in the chapter at that time. So, I mean, my experience with Ruck was amazing. I had like one of the best facilitators, Logan Holland and Ryan Hamrick. Um, but it really helped motivate me to be a better leader um, for anybody that I come in contact with, in my life.
Yeah, both as chapter president and far beyond. I mean, before we went live, Brayden, you were telling me you graduate in the spring. You're planning to stay involved as a volunteer. Why is that important to you?
So I find it very important, like I mentioned previously, like I have been so involved with all these separate programs within SigEp, and I've really gotten the true value out of being in this fraternity. I mean, our fraternity is built to be different, like, and I love that I get to make that experience for other people, and that's why I really want to dedicate my time, past graduation to making sure other people get that experience out like I did. But one person that really truly inspired me to dedicate my time is brother and alumnus Dave Hewitt. He graduated in 1966 from our chapter
Mm.
and was a part of the original founding group in 1964. But I mean, he's been volunteering more than I have been alive. Like he's dedicated, I'm sure, every hour of every day into our undergraduate, into our chapter. And that's just inspiring to see that somebody is so selfless to dedicate that time for others' experience, for others' value. And that's kind of why I want to kind of do that as well and put my time and efforts into supporting other people.
Yeah, Brayden, a great story and a great example of an alumnus that rolls up their sleeves and puts in the work. Iowa Delta, Drake University has one like that, Gary Ordway, who has been giving his time and talents for a long, long time. So it's I think every chapter, that is successful because of the volunteers that give beyond their means, in terms of time and talent, and those who really do put their heart into what we do. So a great example there, Brayden, for Cleveland State. I think every
Mhm.
chapter has them, and I think that it points to that value of the intergenerational relationships that we get to build as members of SIGEP and then volunteers. It's really unlike much else in the world, and I think a great example of why young men need SIGEP now more than ever. So, Brayden, thanks for your time. Thanks for your story. Thank you to the brothers of Ohio New at Cleveland State who put in the hours, put in the phone calls to drive, and hope to see your numbers increase as we wrap up day 2 of Founders Day of Giving. Thanks, Brayden.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day.
You as well.
We'll
Thank
see
you.
everybody back here with some more live conversations. Happy Founders Day of Giving.